to you. Happy New Month! Yes! Oh my gosh! I have waited patiently, fervently, earnestly for the month of October. And now that it is finally here, I cannot control my joy. You see, October is the most important month in every year. Argue with your key part. I don't care. At this juncture, after October, I don't care about November. I don't care about December. The next month I care about is probably January 2025. Because when you see January 2025, you are most certain that you will see another October 2025. So yes, October is the best month ever. October is a special month. October is a month for special people. October is a month of a lot. Horizons, broadening horizons, moving frontiers. And for Nigeria, it's an indeed incredible month. It's our 64th anniversary as a nation. So happy 64th anniversary, Nigeria. I'm a Nigerian. You are a Nigerian. And it is something that we should be proud of, regardless. Yes, we should be proud of our country. We put out a post, so I'm just going to read from the post. Happy Independence Day, Nigeria. Nigeria today, we celebrate our rich heritage. And indeed, we have rich heritage. Our resilience. Against all odds, we are still here. I mean, what's the best definition of no grief for anybody, if not this nation, Nigeria? And the vibrant spirit that unites us. Together, we can create a stronger and more prosperous Nigeria. And I believe it's possible. Our nation is great, okay? Regardless of what anybody is saying and what we are seeing, we keep hope alive. My name is Denise Dennis Waller. Yo, what's up? How you doing? How's your mind? How's your body? And how is your soul? Now, in the spirit of Independence Day celebration, let's talk the limits of patriotism. For the love of country. Yes, simply put, for the love of country. Head on to X. On X, we are at Nigeria Info page, and our Facebook page remains Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Go there, read through the post, but most importantly, drop your comments in the comment section. The question is pretty simple and straightforward. Should there be a limit to patriotism? I mean, come to think about it. Is there a case of once patriotic, now I don't care? To love your country is to desire to see it become the best version of itself. I take that again. To love your country, whether it's Nigeria, whether it's any other country, is to see it become the best version of itself. It's to point out its failures, like we have always done. Today, we listened to the presidential broadcast. We pointed out things that we wanted to have heard that we didn't hear and all of that. We pointed out everything that is failing, hiking commodity price, hiking fuel price, this one, that one, the leadership, everything wrong with the system and all. It's part of patriotism, trust me. If you didn't care, you wouldn't even think about it. You know, it's like then they say when you love somebody, you don't just take the good part. You are also intentional about them becoming better. So you would, out of love, point out the failures or the weaknesses or their shortcomings. They take someone to do that. Recognize the role we each have to play to make in the growth of our nation. So beyond what Nigeria can do for you, is what can you do for Nigeria? That is what, as much as we have the duty of citizens, we have the duties of these citizens to the government. Sleep must make in hands, not left for one person alone. That is what people. How many Independence Day celebrations have you experienced in your lifetime? And what was the feeling like each time? Because over the years, for some individuals, it had seemed like, oh my God, the feeling keeps dwindling with each passing year. Now, you may not remember the ones from when you were children, when you were made to, engage in a match past and all of that. But at that point, when you became self-aware, you became exposed, and you want to place and be voted for, you commit any crime, you will serve them. There's two ways about it. You are recognized as a full-grown adult. Maybe from that time up until now. I mean, for some of us, we've lived for several decades, 30 decades, 40 decades, 50 decades, 20 decades, I beg your pardon, 2 decades, 3 decades, 4 decades, 5 decades. A decade is actually 10 years. I keep mixing this up. So as I was saying, for me, I can remember vividly, it was Diamond Jubilee. So that's something to identify us that we're members of a particular church. And it was just our church. There was one popular church that every year they always do something. It's got to reach out something. They share, they go around stuff. But this time, we saw different denominations. So we had to Roma Hollow, to Roma Massi, Roma Si. You go to Jire, you get down to LM, you down to Room Koro, Romaya, Roku. You are feeling the fever. They call it vibe. You feel the vibes. Not like vibes on vibe. You could see that everyone was excited. You could see that everyone was glad to be a participation. If you argue that it's bad, I'm coming to stay with me, alright? Be patient with me. No, you experience it. Children were not left dead shit. Bakes would tell green color. I mean, even if you didn't have, as at this morning, you were going to shop the color. It was your independence. Go on social media. Oh my goodness. Hashtag Happy Independence Day Nigeria. Hashtag this. Hashtag Great Nation. Hashtag what all the hashtags. And then we clock 60 years. And the argument will be like, okay, all right, 60, things were, but at least not that bad. Never bad like that. And this is 64. Sometimes when you hear a Nigerian saying, be patriotic, you may want to quickly check his or her social and political status. And your discovery may be he or she was and is still a beneficiary of certain corrupt, skewed, and political structures and corrosive social, cultural order. But regardless, does true patriotism have limits? True patriotism, does it only happen when the going is good? Oh, I love my country. We are this, we are that. We are this. We have a reputation for this. Oh my God, my country. Have you been to my country? Have you been to Nigeria? We wave the flag high. I'm a Nigerian. Hello, have you met us? Hello, look at us. Look at me. Hello, have you seen me? I'm a Nigerian. Is it only when things are good? Should there be a limit to how patriotic one is? Let's talk. 0817 923 0002 and 0817 923 0003. Again, 0817 923 0002 and 0817 923 0003. We have the WhatsApp and Telegram number. You can call that number as well. It's a lot clearer. It is 0809 030 6416. Once again, 0809 030 6416. On X, like I said earlier, we're at Nigeria Info PH, and our Facebook page remains Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. So if you're unable to get through to us via the phone lines, do well to send a message, and I'll gladly read. No doubt Nigeria is the best country in the world. Very soon our that's going to end. By the way, May is the best month. Okay, I don't argue with you. Nigeria Info, can you hear me? All right, WhatsApp number again. You can call that number 0809 030-6416. You can also send your messages to the WhatsApp number. Once again, it is 0809-030-6416. I look forward to taking your WhatsApp calls. Just a few seconds, please. What's going on here? Okay, let me start with this one. Nigerian for good afternoon to you and welcome.
Good afternoon, madam.
Yes, good afternoon. Thank you for joining.
My name is Precious, calling you from Nasarawa State.
Precious, you're welcome. Talk to me.
Let me comment briefly about what our president said this morning.
This is Nigeria Info, and we're talking the limits to patriotism. That's the conversation we're having, not what the president said.
Okay.
Yeah, I think maybe you're on the wrong, seems like wrong dial. Because we're not talking what the president said. I'm sure we're not talking about that. Alright, so I have a call, but then I will need some help sorting this out because I don't know why I'm not getting the call notification here, but rather from, what's it called now? Rather from the tab instead. Nigerian for good afternoon to you and welcome. Turn off your radio set, please.
Hello.
Hi, you're welcome.
I'm fine.
Alright, tell us your name and where you're calling from. Hello? Oh dear, what's going on? What's going on? Just a few seconds, please. Welcome back to the sunny side. Let's hope this is better. Nigerian for good afternoon to you and welcome.
Hello, Denise.
Yes, hi. Good afternoon.
Happy Independence.
Happy Independence Day to you.
Yes, this is Eric. I'm calling from Bukana.
Eric from Bukana, you're welcome. Thank you so much for joining us.
I think to me, there's no limit to patriotism. Are you hearing me?
Yes.
Yeah, because the reason why Nigerians are talking is because they love their country and they want to contribute to the welfare of their country, the development of their country, the good of their country. So if they see that things are not working well, they have a voice and they have to contribute. That is why you see that people are eager to protest. Because the situation of the country, they don't like it. So it is part of patriotism. So it is a level of contribution to make sure things will work. There must be growth. There must be good welfare. There must be employment. There must be supply. And there must be industry and industrial growth. And it is part of patriotism. Economic development is part of patriotism. So when people don't see that their government is giving the power to provide for them, they will stand up. That is not a disrespect to the government. Or that is not to say that they are not patriotic. But they have to make sure this welfare in the country is working. It is what is a selfless service that they must offer. Today is Independence. 1st October, children are supposed to go out. How many of our children, our school children, are at the stadium? How many of them are welcome for government? How many of them that government is thinking about their welfare? Nigerians are patriotic in their thinking, in their services, in their contribution. But the Nigerian government are
Thank you so much.
So much.
For now, I'm unable to take your WhatsApp call, so just send a WhatsApp message. And once I'm able to, I will revert to the WhatsApp calls. Let's just, bear with us while we take the normal calls. Nigerian for good afternoon to you and welcome.
Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
My name is Osinachi Wokoma.
Osinachi Wokoma, you're welcome.
Yeah, I'm calling from Netherlands.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Okay. What about patriotism? There is no level of patriotism in a country that is abnormal and that is not good. And I think the highest thing is just country. But you try to look at does your country value you? When country doesn't value you, that means that there's a limit to what you can do for your country. When I begin to watch James Bond films, you will see when James Bond wants to take a risk that will take his life, you will always say,
for Queen and country.
Yes. That is how much the country values him and how he values the country too. But here in Nigeria, Nigerians are dying outside the country and Nigeria doesn't care. So what do you expect from those persons? Are they going to value Nigeria as Nigeria values you? Because you can't give what you don't have. It's only when a person values you, that is when you value the person. So for me, while we are thinking of being patriotic, more patriotic than any other person, we should also look at Nigeria to value her own citizens. Thank you.
Okay. While we are looking out for, we should look out for Nigerians or Nigeria to value her own citizens. I read some comments, right, on our Independence Day post, and I could tell the level of anger. Not many people are feeling this year's independence. I'm being honest with you. Not many people. On my way to work, I didn't feel anything. I'm being honest. Maybe it's my area. Maybe if I go into town, I'm not talking about Port Harcourt town. Maybe if I go into the city, I may get a different vibe. Who knows? We had church services today. Not because it was Independence Day, really, but because it was the first day in a new month. Some churches would hold services. And then it coincided with the Independence Day celebration. There on my church alone, we have on my streets, I beg your pardon, we have 3 churches. One of them no longer functioning. So we have 2 churches currently. Very close to my gate is one of the churches, and I heard when they started their Independence Day celebration service. Their first of the month service, I beg your pardon. And unlike some other time, the vibe was different. I mean, on my bed, they literally woke me up. It started at 6 a.m. I've been awake. I was awake since about 3 a.m. because I went to bed quite early. And then I tried to sleep again. So my second waking was courtesy of these people's praise and worship and all. But then what they were focused on was on conquering the new month. Prayers for the nation just came. It was more like, okay, it's true. It's our independence. Okay, let's pray. Why? Why have we lost it? What's going on? If we indeed say we were patriotic, it's just like love. Yes, just like love. If you say you are in love with someone, are you in love with the person because of what the person does or how the person makes you feel? Is it just a feeling for you, or is it indeed not just a feeling, but a decision? So if the feeling is good, okay, I love this person. If the feeling is, I beg. If the feeling is okay, say, okay, my country, yes, carry this matter on our head. Yes, go ahead, we this, oh yes, we must do it, oh yes. And then if the going seems like, oh, everybody is murmuring, oh, it's not our business, it does not concern us, I beg. Emmanuel Egu says Nigeria is no more Nigeria we used to know again. The country Nigeria now has turned upside. How many people do you see today wearing green, white? People are hungry. Fuel is high. No money. So how do we celebrate? But it's not just a celebration. I mean, it's just a day. It will go. 1st October will go and Nigeria will still remain. What gives us credence is not the date. It's us, you and I, as a people. Not the date. The date is just, okay, we are marking it. It's this significant. It's this date. But what makes us who we are is us. Without us, there would be no October 1st. That's the truth. Without us, there would be no Independence Day celebration, as it were. But beyond today, the limits of true patriotism, should there be a limit to how patriotic one is? Diddy, good afternoon and happy new month to you and everyone listening to you. Thank you. Sincerely, just as you rightly said, patriotism today is very far from my thoughts. As a secondary school boy, Port Harcourt TV Center is our home. Today, after the match pass, we go for swimming there, and there'll be Independence Day party for children in Government House, which sometimes we sneak in with our friends who live inside Government House staff quarters. Today, because of the wickedness and unpatriotic lifestyle of some of our leaders, even to sing the new national anthem, I don't sing. May God rescue our country from wrong men in the name of politicians. Erasmus the Sage in Rukboko. Thank you, Erasmus. Nigeria Info, good afternoon.
Hello.
Hi, good afternoon. What's your name?
Yeah, my name is Comrade Dixon Israel Igbo from Drake Ubi.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
And I'm so grateful to reach today, being 1st October, but there is nothing to celebrate about. Because if you see the way the economy is so bad, and with what Mr. President is broadcasting today, my sister, there's no hope for Nigeria for progress in future for the dispensation. Because what the President was broadcasting is just mere reading of Bible, just like he was reading the Bible without explanation. So nothing to take home about all what he was saying this morning. I listened it from the starting to the end. So we should have sympathy for Nigeria so that Nigeria will grow in, because it's a place that God has created all of us to live. It's too bad if other people in Nigeria who are living in a forest know and hear what was happening in Nigeria. Very shameful. Our politicians, our leaders should have sympathy on us. We cannot live with grace, have grace, have pity, have mercy, endure. When are we stopping this endurance of living in Nigeria? This is so hard. Instead of Mr. President to speak in about the fuel issue, zero, he did nothing about it. Instead of him to
so Mr. Can you hear me?
Selling of goods in Nigeria.
Hello. So is that what puts a limit to your level of patriotism?
The level of patriotism in Nigeria is too low. It's not fair.
Okay, so because of what?
Because of the economy, people are not enjoying. Like some people right now, as I speak to you, have not even taken 1 time square meal. And what is the time now? And you are telling the president and the country are telling that we are doing a celebration today. What are we celebrating for? Are we celebrating hunger? Are we celebrating kidnapping? Are we celebrating killings of human beings? Celebrating human beings on daily basis? We are nothing to celebrate, my sister. We are not celebrating anything. Thank you, Amen Israel.
Okay, thank you, Israel. Nigerian for good afternoon to you.
Yeah, Mr. Zion.
Mrs. Zion, you're welcome.
Personally, my patriotism is unlimited edition, which means we go nowhere. I was one of those kids that saw some beautiful aspect of this country, and I wish my children are benefiting it. I grew up to see that on a day like this, the whole country is lit up green, white, green. The love, the trust, the peace, the harmony is there. So what went wrong? It's not only this politician we are talking about. We all contributed in one way or the other to destroy this country. We contributed. We saw people stealing, we kept quiet. We saw our uncles building houses, we don't know where they got the money from, we kept quiet. They look at what they've done, look at what they've done to us. Everybody now wants to jump back. The very first day I went to apply for international passport here, do you know how much I did? 4,500 naira. About Russia. 4,500 for how many size photo you think? Less than 7 days, your passport is ready. So what went wrong? People work in the passport office and we collect extra money from you. Who are they? Are they not Nigerians? Are they there? The people in the civil service, I will tell you, your file will not know your file. You are not Nigerians. That woman use the back of the cup to sell garri for you in the market. Is she not a Nigerian? Until we start to use the remaining 4 fingers, that we are using one finger to point at the politician and point at ourselves, we'll keep struggling like this. This is Ryan.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Zion. Christy says, good afternoon, Didi. Good afternoon to you, Christy. One can only be patriotic when one is happy with everything. Really? How can you say something else about someone who treats you badly? Whoever does that is not genuine. The word patriotism is being used in Nigeria to make people keep having hope that will never come. As a patriotic citizen, you were not able to attend good school during your time. Now your children are facing the same thing. Even your grandchildren will likely face it. They keep telling you be patriotic. Didi, there is a limit to everything, including patriotism. Clement, please, you call the regular line because I'm finding it difficult to take your calls directly from my system. I can only access it from the tab and I don't have access anywhere else. That's why I'm not taking the WhatsApp calls and I'm falling back to the phone lines. Please. My sister Nigeria is very sick. Our leaders are gradually killing this country called Nigeria. Look at the major roads. Nothing is happening. No sign to show Independence Day. No joy. Now wow, confident. Elebedem from Uzuzue Che. NS from Woji says, funny how we always blame leaders for not being patriotic. In our little ways, how patriotic are we? You harvest water, leave in your compound, and you are selling it 700 naira to your fellow citizens. You are paying your staff 25k, meanwhile you are wearing 250k wig on your head. You are celebrating your girlfriend's birthday with 10 million naira, meanwhile children in your street have not eaten. Nigeria is not Abuja, it is me and you. NS from Woji. I beg to differ. There is nothing great about Nigeria. Talking about patriotism, I doubt if anyone expresses genuine patriotism in this country. Mine is highly limited. TM from Oyibo. Nigerian film. Good afternoon. Welcome.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Clement. I guess you're the one that should have called the WhatsApp number.
Sorry, I thought the WhatsApp call going through.
Yeah, it's going through. The problem is there's a channel I can take it and it will be clear. The channel that is available to me now makes it very, very impossible for me to access the call. So go ahead.
Okay.
Yes.
Sometimes I think that Nigeria are the most patriotic people in the world.
Okay.
Yeah. I thought of that, and just as you said, very few Nigerians, especially people in power, are the ones holding the country back. And then again, I want to say that the ones in power are taken or come from us who are not in power, in quotes. So in other words, they are actually doing what they're doing because they have the truth to do. If the other persons who are not there have the same opportunity to do that some people are waiting to lose. In fact, to lose in Nigeria now is a key. If you let it you pass. So So that is why we are where we are. However, moving forward, how do we move the country forward? You know, if we actually love this country and we want the best for this country, if we start with all the citizens, I'm not talking about let me say it starts with all the people and not the leaders. And as a follower, if you actually want the best for the country, you know what to do. The radios have been talking about it. And we still get every election year. But we take the U-turn because we pay 5,000 naira to buy gas or beans or whatever. So if we want to move the country forward, and we the next 4 years, every 4 years, we start having a mind shift and all the crap that we put in our head, then I think we actually need to have the U-turn in thinking in that direction every 4 years, 2 years, you know. And every agency, the people in the radio, not television, who is going to preach patriotism to us? It is the National Radio Agency. That's what we are doing now. In fact, even they themselves, they are not even, how will I call it, how I see the drama now.
I think my final message, and that will be all for this conversation. Simply Goodness from Malakaya says, using your station as an example, if your mic is always malfunctioning and your system is always acting funny, every day you come to work, will you be committed to your work? You can't give what you don't have. The government cannot demand patriotism from the citizenry when the basic things we need are either beyond our reach or are not even available. It is what it is. There's a confirmed limit to this patriotism matter. But I still believe that love has no limits. And that is patriotism. Staying loyal regardless. And as we build hope for a greater Nigeria, I believe we can still find it in our hearts to stay patriotic. I'm Denise Dennis Wallo.
Nigeria Info. You talk, we listen.